Okay, we just got off the ship. We're in Manila, the Philippines, and we're going to go on a walking city tour, and then we're going to go to the mall. This is called Fort Santiago. So the Americans used this fort. I think this was MacArthur's headquarters, but our guide told us that he lived in the Manila Hotel for almost 6 years before he had to, they lost the Battle of Manila, and he had to go to Corregidor. These are remains of the American barracks here at Fort Santiago. So these are beginner barracks from World War II, and you can see the bullet holes in the side of the buildings as they fought the Japanese. And you can see the steel beams they put in there to sustain and support these walls so they don't fall down. Manila in the Philippines during World War II was not a great place to be. You can see the bullet holes, the pock marks. Here's some artillery shells left over from World War II, and if I remember right, the yellow stripe on them means they're training rounds or dummy rounds. So as we look at these walls, most of them were destroyed during World War II in the battle for Manila. And the gate, our guide was telling us, as you can see, the stone around the gate is lighter. That's because that was totally blown away by the Japanese as they were fighting the Americans and the Filipinos. But it's been restored, as has most of the wall. I'm not sure what river this is, but it smells like sewer, and our guide says it's very polluted. So, don't want to go swimming here, and it doesn't smell nice. We are going down into the dungeon where these 600 Filipinos and Americans, I guess, starved to death. I think they just locked them up and threw away the key. I almost had to get on my hands and knees to get down through this little opening here. Very tight quarters. And of course, once you're down inside, now they've got a lot of ventilation going on, so it wasn't too bad. But when it was used to house these prisoners, no ventilation, and the conditions were absolutely terrible. And as bad as the Japanese treated American POWs, they were probably 10 times worse on the Filipinos. It was terrible. It was a great feeling climbing out from down underneath there, and to get into some bright light and fresh air. So the people that died in that prison were drowned as the water rose, and no one got them out. They died of heat exhaustion and suffocation because of the lack of oxygen. What a terrible way to go. And here we are by the river again, and it actually absolutely stinks. The church behind me is the Cathedral of Manila, or the Philippines, and it was constructed 7 times. Originally made out of bamboo, and earthquakes, earthquakes, floods, war, and just time
destroyed each one until they made it out of stone. Today happens to be Palm Sunday, and they don't have the traditional palms that they have in Jerusalem, and so they use bamboo leaves and weave them into something that looks like a palm leaf.
We took a few minutes to go in and explore the cathedral. It's absolutely beautiful. Like most cathedrals, it's large and spacious and magnificent looking. This little family was taking the bamboo leaves and weaving them into palm leaves so that the people could take them into the cathedral and the priest would bless the palm tree leaves. Our guide took us through some of the back streets and alleyways of Manila. It was fascinating to see these places. I think she was looking for a place to shop, but Laura and I are not shoppers, so we didn't need to go anywhere like that.
So our tour guide brought us in here to see a museum of antique furniture. As a group, we told her we just really weren't interested in antique furniture, so we're gonna go see something else. Not quite sure. Our tour guide sprained her ankle a couple of days ago, so she's limping around very slow. She seems very knowledgeable, but we're not seeing some of the things we really want to see, so we'll have a little discussion with her. She did just tell us something interesting. They imported ice from Massachusetts in the wintertime and shipped it all the way down here and to India. Man, I wonder how much of the ice was left by the time they got down here. So this church was built, a Catholic church, but Asians helped build it, and Chinese helped build it, so they have saints and Chinese dragons all in the same structure.
Again, inside the church was beautiful, and all the purple that you're seeing is there in honor of or because of Holy Week. And like I said, the day we filmed this was Palm Sunday, and they definitely were there practicing their religion and worshiping. The color purple even continued outside the church and down the street. Very, very religious people, the Filipinos. This is the Manila Hotel, where General Douglas MacArthur lived for almost 6 years. He was the military advisor to the Commonwealth Government of the Philippines in 1935. And he retired from the Army in 1937, but he continued on as the chief military advisor to the Philippines. He was then recalled to active duty in 1941 as commander of the United States Armed Forces in the Far East. And then after December 8th, 1941, when the Japanese invaded the Philippines, his forces were compelled to withdraw to the Bataan Peninsula, and they held out there until March of 1942, where he escaped by PT boat and then airplane to Australia. This is the Douglas MacArthur Memorial and Museum they have in the hotel. not only a lot of things about him, but practically anybody famous that visited there. And but anyway, MacArthur played a very prominent role in World War II and the history of the Philippines. And he was known as a military genius and kind of a pompous SOB at the same time. MacArthur took up the top floor of the hotel, and which included a ballroom. So he took up a lot of space. And as you can see from the video, the Manila Hotel is not some shaggy place.
I've always wanted to sit in one of these crown-like wicker things. I'm like Emperor Douglas MacArthur. Oh, it's time to go.
Scooters are a very popular mode of transportation, and here's Mom, Dad, and the baby scooting down the road. That would be illegal in the States. People love music in the Philippines. This is a second or third band or street music we found just walking around the streets. It was fun to see.
So it is the end of the day. We spent a full day in Manila. Then we went to a big mall, got massages. Laura got a pedicure, and I had dinner at Panda Express. How's that for being Filipino?
So that concludes our day in Manila. And if you liked our channel, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Around the World in 274 Days. Bob Allen Travels. Thanks for watching.